245 is Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Leah Rose.
And Lisa Raye.
Lisa Raye is here.
I'm not even supposed to say it right, like I'm a host.
No, you are. That's what's going on right now. Very excited to have this opportunity to talk to you.
Is that right?
Now, everyone wants to know, what's the deal with you and the Reverend Al Sharpton? Like, what's the connection there?
Does everybody want to know that?
Seriously, like 4 people asked me that already. So they're like, ask her, like, because they said you were at Michael Jackson's funeral as his guest, and then I noticed that on the invitation for the launch party, but that was the #1 thing.
Well, what people really need to understand, let me take it all the way back. I've been knowing Reverend Al Sharpton for a very long time now. It's been almost 10 years, you know. From the divorce and from all that's happening in Turks and Caicos, and the British has taken over Turks and Caicos and suspended the Constitution, that changes the rules, that changes the laws, and so there's question of, does that implement me? Does that help me? Politically, it's something deep there that I know that much about, a little bit about. And so I had to reach out to people that's in position to be able to help me and that I can trust. And he was definitely that person to help me fight for that. And so he get it. He knows me. He's been knowing my father for a very long time from Chicago. So there's a relationship there. And for him to come to my aid, for me, it's like about time. You know what I mean? Because I felt like, you know, like you said, publicly I am going through everything when you're a public person. But it's like, you know what, I'm a little out of my league now. I need some help.
Are you officially divorced?
I am officially divorced, except there, it's a part 2 to everything, and financially we haven't gotten that out of the way. Right. Which is the most important part.
So your ex-husband, he's no longer though the prime minister, right? He's had his own issues.
He's had to step down. I don't think, and you know, let me say this. Just like me, I believe that we all underestimated my role as the First Lady. And nor was it celebrated the way that it should have been, because I'm actually the first African-American actress to become a First Lady. And there was a lot I didn't know, and you leave your friends and your family, go to a country that you know very little about. That within itself is like, whoa, did they like me? Yes, it's a whole lot of people over there.
Because I was thinking that maybe they were upset that he married an American.
Well, I'm sure that you had some of those. You know.
How long were you the First Lady for?
3 years.
And did he step down after the divorce, or
before you got I want to say there was an investigation going on for about a good eight months, and with that, his position was in question. Before there was corruption investigation for dishonesty, there was the investigation for rape. Right. That's the first thing. So as a wife, you can imagine how I felt.
Was that your friend that they said?
No, not at all. I did not know this young lady at all.
How long were you guys dating before you got married?
A month before he asked me to marry him, and it took me maybe 6 months to plan the wedding.
Did you feel like you knew him like really well? Were you just completely shocked? Like, who are you?
How well do you really know a person anyway? There was a strong connection there that made me do the marriage thing, that made me commit.
Everybody wants to fall in love like that. It's like a fantasy, you know, a dream come true. I meet somebody, he sweeps me off my feet.
He takes you away like Calgon.
Yeah, a month later we're married, you know, I'm in Turks and Caicos, and it seems like such a great, beautiful thing that most women would be like, wow, I can't believe this is happening to me.
I was like that.
This is perfect. But then, like, when did you realize, okay, maybe this is not so perfect?
Maybe about a year into it, maybe a year and 2 months.
It seemed like even after you guys, you know, broke up, you wanted the marriage to work. Even after, like, a lot of things that he did that, you know, were completely wrong. Like, you know, having an affair and this whole rape allegations and, you know, things that were very public that people knew about. But then you still said, you know what, I want my marriage to work still after that?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. I don't get down with anyone that is going to be able to be that disrespectful.
But when your husband has an affair and does it so blatantly, does that in the divorce proceedings, when you figure out all the money stuff, does that
let
matter?
me say this, and this is why this is so complicated. It does not work the same as our divorce system is here. And so there was a law against me being able to even get divorced before 3 years. Right. So I had to fight for that.
Did you know about that going in?
No. No, I didn't know anything about it, because I wouldn't have had to even think about that. You know, when you get married, you're trying to do it for longevity and for the commitment of the falling in love, or the process of falling in love.
Right, 3 years, you're like, that's not even that long.
Right, right.
Did you understand why you were so upset, why you wanted to leave?
I never asked him that. You know, and I think from him not wanting to give me the divorce spoke volume. It was like, why not? Why would you want to make it hard for me to be able to get this divorce? So where's your mind at, and what was you thinking? You knew what type of woman I was as soon as I opened my mouth, so you knew I wasn't going to deal with that.
You were just on Jamie Foxx's station.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand the magic of radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying on the show that you...
Put my breast in somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
Come on now. It's not that easy.
And
wow.
I mean,
I was in a
immediately...
room full of comedians
Right.
trying to get in where I could fit in. Me and Johnny Mac goes back so many years. From actually since Players Club, since Jamie and I did Players Club together. I go into strip clubs now and it's like, that's diamond. That's the ultimate strip, you know?
Would you ever get up there and, do that?
What?
In the strip club, do a little, for fun? I've been in the strip club with my friends and they will get on stage and do a little something.
Yeah, after a couple drinks.
I'm a grown ass woman. I have a daughter. No, I don't have to do
Not
that.
really
I'm an
strip,
actress.
not really strip, but, just for
Grab the
fun.
pole, spin around.
No, not at all.
One of my
It's not
friends
that
did
much
that.
liquor that would make me do that.
I was shocked.
I'm not that kind of woman. Really, I'm not.